I have been a Marvel fan since I was small. I have read numerous amount of comics and followed the films by heart, and therefore I feel I can rewrite Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Also, I did write the mid-credit and the end-credit scene, but I'm not including in the video because it's gonna be a bit long, so I'm adding them in the description box down below. I have used tons of artworks from numerous artists, and they are all credited down in the description below. Please go and check them out, and I would like to give a special shout out to one of my friends who is also an artist and provided his art for this video. Go check him out. His name is Akash. Instagram handle is @AkashArts. Now, without wasting any time, let's get into the video. Thank you. Here is a thing you need to know before we start off with the entire plot. According to Marvel Comics, Scarlet Witch is a Nexus being. Therefore, she belongs to the group of rare individual entities who possesses the ability to affect the probability and the future by altering the flow of universal time stream. But in Marvel Cinematic Universe, it is more likely she will have variants of her in other timelines. I think there is going to be only two Wanda Maximoff in the entire multiverse. MCU is going to describe Nexus being to be a person with same event timeline, irrespective of their universes. Therefore, the different universe Wanda will go through the same amount of losses similar to the main Earth Wanda. We start with the establishment shot showing Wanda who has the Darkhold. This is not the main Earth Wanda we are familiar with. Well, this is the multiversal variant of Wanda, and she is a bit different in style and look. But she is broken and blames the people around her for her state. Since it's Marvel, we can expect them to pull off another Shang-Chi plotline by making Wanda being haunted by her lost children who are constantly seeking for her help. Wanda, who is desperate to get back to her family, will certainly explore the content of Darkhold to bring back her kids, and therefore will unknowingly allow Chthon, the god of chaos and the creator of Darkhold, to take control of her mind. In her astral form, Chthon meets with Wanda, and he knows that she is desperate to go any heights to get back what she wants. Therefore, Chthon grants Wanda with immense power levels, making her an Omega-powered being. But in exchange, he takes over her conscience. Although Wanda knows that Chthon is influencing her mind, she allows it because she is lost, broken and betrayed by her Avenger friends. As she states, "I am the Scarlet Witch and I remember everything," as she starts steering through the different dimensions of the multiverse. As we move forward in time, we see Doctor Strange being summoned to a council but in a captive state, also being surrounded by the Iron Sentry. He's confused, his magic ain't working, nor does he have his cloak of levitation. He is brought into a room that appears like a court, since now he's greeted by the voice of Patrick Stewart playing Professor X. And the Council of Illuminati. They are a group of superheroes looking after the multiverse and protecting it from any major collapse. The council consists of Professor X, Supreme Mordo, Peggy Carter as Captain Carter, Mr. Fantastic played by Ewan Griffith, Variant Tony Stark played by Tom Cruise, and Defender Strange, who is now missing since he's out on an emergency mission. Our Doctor Strange is called upon the council to address the crimes of opening the multiverse and risking all life on Earth which took place in Spider-Man No Way Home. Doctor Strange is charged guilty, but he is allowed to prove his innocence by the council, but only if he provides any valid proof. Therefore, Stephen Strange knows he cannot bring forth Tom Holland because he has been a kid in that entire previous film. Thus, he opts to bring forth the only sensible version of Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, as his ally.
Pizza time.
The court proceeds to hear as the camera cuts to Utopian Parallel, which is a realm outside the conventional space and time. It is also the house of America Chavez. As the audience is showcased a ruined city with America Chavez in a traumatized state running away from something or someone. Although she tries her best to escape, she is brought down by the menace-looking zombie version of Wanda Maximoff, who massacred the entire city just to find Chavez and absorb her powers so that she can grow immense stronger and continue her search for her lost children. As she proceeds with her work, she is interrupted by Defender Strange, who reveals this is that emergency mission he took off from the council and has an impressive battle with Wanda. But Wanda over here is using her newfound powers and therefore is a lot tougher to face. Defender Strange narrowly manages to escape from her blows and escapes with America Chavez to the court of Illuminati. The entire court is shocked since they haven't seen Defender Strange being grievously injured in any battle till date. While the court is still addressing Stephen Strange, Defender Strange looks at Stephen and says her arrival could herald the end of the multiverse. Scarlet Witch is coming. This puts the entire court on hold as they understand the very gravity of the situation. While the scene progresses, Doctor Strange explains what went down in Utopian Parallel and entrusts the safety of Chavez to Strange. While they were in between of this conversation, rumblings could be heard, which soon turned into loud commotion as a destroyed sentry head came out flying in a rolling motion. Every member of the council are now prepared for Wanda's arrival, but they were left in shock, since what stood in front of them was the zombie version of Wanda, as she uttered, "I am the Scarlet Witch and I remember everything." Within a span of a moment, we witness an insane battle as the entire Council of Illuminati tries to stop her. First, the heroes who came forward were Captain Carter and Iron Man, followed by Supreme Mordo and Mr. Fantastic, but none succeeded at stopping her chaos. Stephen Strange tried to intervene but was kept out of the battle by Defender Strange, who kept insisting that he has to protect Chavez and leave the council right away. Scarlet Witch, after demolishing every member who tried to intervene in her business, now turned towards Stephen Strange and said, "She has sealed your fate." But there was someone who wasn't going to go down so easily. It was Professor X, trying his best to make Wanda understand she's the one who's risking everything. And as it seemed he was able to make her understand, Chthon intervened in between and forced Wanda to end him. Although Defender Strange rushed to save Charles, but it was in vain. She had already snapped and released a powerful spell that killed Charles and grievously injured Defender Strange, leaving him almost in a near-death state. When the dust settled, Stephen Strange with Spider-Man and Chavez had left the scene. Wanda started to question her actions. She felt immense remorse, thereby she decided to abandon her plans. She questioned herself whether going along with the Darkhold was something that she could cope up with, and therefore she decided to go off in some kind of void. But Chthon wasn't satisfied. He craved for more chaos, and therefore latched onto the almost dead body of Defender Strange, resurrecting him in his zombie-fied state. Back on Earth, Stephen Strange, after witnessing the devastation caused by Scarlet Witch, now feels he has to be on high alert and therefore heads right away to meet Wong, who was in Kamar-Taj. Wong, after getting to know everything that went down, suggested they should form a team, but Strange mentioned it's not possible since most powerful Avengers are either off the charts or they cannot be found at all. They had to use the multiverse to find members who can aid them. But Stephen knows, before heading off to find other people, he has to talk to Wanda. Because if her variant has turned to the dark side, it is only valid that Wanda will soon decide on that same route.
This is the only way.
Therefore, Stephen decides to visit Wanda. When Stephen meets up with Wanda, he feels a bit strange. She is out in the forest alone, yet everything seems a bit forced. Yet ignoring this red flag, he tries to talk to her. Wanda starts off by saying she is sorry for Westview. She feels remorse for her forcefully binding the entire town in her magic, but soon breaks down and sobs as she expresses her grief for losing her family. Stephen tries to comfort her, but she is still fixated on her grieving. And soon she bursts into a rage as Stephen witnesses Wanda turning into the ultimate Scarlet Witch. Wanda asks Stephen, "Where is the kid?" To Strange replies, "You know, Wanda, I'm not married." Wanda chuckles, "You know who I'm talking about. Where is Chavez?" Stephen tries to cheekily reply, but it angers Wanda as she states, "I'm sorry, Stephen, but this will hurt. She has sealed your fate, and there is no defense against the Scarlet Witch's hex," and thereby revealing almost entire planet is under the hex. Doctor Strange is overwhelmed by his surrounding, and he tries to use a magic spell, clashing with Wanda's power, and creates a huge flash of light. The scene reopens with Stephen Strange waking up from his dream. Wong enters the room as Stephen has already guessed this ain't their reality. Soon they walk into a study room where they are greeted by Strange Supreme. Wong explains that Strange Supreme was the one who stepped in to save Stephen from the Scarlet Witch. They all start discussing a method for stopping Wanda and come to the only possible solution, that is to find the Book of Vishanti, since it is the only counter to the Darkhold. America Chavez drops by the room to say that she knows a place where the book escaped and she will help them to reach it. But Supreme, Strange and Wong won't be joining the party since they will be staying behind to protect Kamar-Taj just in case Wanda decides to attack. On this note, the team splits up, but the team of Strange and Chavez is assisted by a variant version of Christine Palmer. When Chavez opens up her rift, they immediately find the book, but they also discover it is being protected by ancient ruins and guard. Therefore, they have to go past them to retrieve the item. The audience is treated to another action scene, which leads to Chavez grabbing the book in a heroic manner with the help of Strange and Christine. Meanwhile, back in Kamar-Taj, a huge cloud of dust is rushing towards the people, and as the magicians get ready to protect themselves from the attack of Scarlet Witch, they are shocked to find they're up against Shumagara, who was summoned by Wanda using her chaos magic. While Wanda makes a beeline for Steven and Chavez, she is stopped by Supreme Strange as they engage in another vicious battle of the Great Wizards. Although Supreme Strange in the early stages easily holds up with Wanda, but soon Wanda starts borrowing more and more dark power from the Darkhold, which starts giving Chthon not only the possession of Scarlet Witch, but also the current location of where the fight is happening. It is visually shown that Wanda now uses her chaos magic to fight to her full extent. Therefore, she easily overpowers Superior Strange. As she is about to deal the final blow, Doctor Strange steps in with the Book of Vishanti. Stephen Strange teams up with Superior Strange to stop Wanda and talk to her. As they start getting into talking terms, Zombie Defender Strange shows up and immediately corrupts Wanda's astral form by showing her a vision where she is reunited with her kids. Wanda unknowingly joins forces with Zombie Strange as we see a full team-up battle against Zombie Defender Strange, possessed Scarlet Witch, Shumagorath, and other lesser demons summoned by Chthon from the Darkhold up against Wong, Superior Strange, Doctor Strange, America Chavez, Tobey Maguire's version of Spider-Man, along with the other magicians present in Kamar-Taj. Even though Team Strange holds up pretty well, but the idea of hurting a fellow Avenger and a friend is not what Stephen can agree upon. As the fight intensifies, Stephen Strange is intimidated with the power of Wanda, but he decides to talk to her friend as he calls out to Wanda one last time. "My friend, I do not approve of revenge as a motive, but I have been accused of being careless. Perhaps I am, for I have looked into the heart of darkness. I know the chill of evil. I have seen that. No matter what, sometimes the night cannot be kept at bay. So I carefully choose my battles. I fight those which I can win and make sure the one I can't are worth dying for." And thereby, after giving the speech, Stephen Strange gives his all to stop Wanda. As the audience is treated to another beautiful fight where Dr. Stephen Strange is engaging in a one-on-one duel with the ultimate chaos version of Scarlet Witch. Both of them are provided on an equal footing since they are drawing resources from their respective magical book. While it's another epic fight, Wanda can feel something strange since in her astral form, she is visited by the variant version of her, Scarlet Witch, who says, "Don't look back, Wanda. Past is exactly where it belongs." Wanda tries to fight back, but this version of Scarlet has gone through the exact amount of pain, and therefore she understands her. And this is not the way to end things. She also explains that Chthon manipulated her into going rogue, and revenge is not what she deserves. Wanda understands that she has been used as a puppet, which angers her much more. She merges her power with the variant Scarlet Witch, thereby creating the Omega version of Scarlet Witch. Chthon understands the gravity of the situation and tries to flee, but it's too late. Since Wanda has already discovered that Darkhold power can overthrow Chthon, Wanda fuses herself with the True Darkhold. As a result, she is able to absorb Chthon himself. With the Darkhold and the Chthon's power inside her, Wanda reverses all the corruption that is done to her and her planet. Although the day is safe from another major event crushing Earth once again, Wanda feels alone, even though she is surrounded by her fellow heroes, who she calls friends. She breaks down sobbing, only for White Vision to appear in front of her and say, "Family is forever. Wanda, let's return home." And that's how the film ends.